Sir, I thank the honorable members of this House for giving me this opportunity to take part in the general discussion on the budget. It appears to me that the budget presented by the Honorable the Finance Minister this year is a balanced one, which I am sure will be welcomed by all sections of the House. Therefore, I think I can confine my remarks to just one or two points relating to the welfare of women and children. At the outset, I would like to state that the problem of child labor has to be viewed by all of us with a sense of deep concern. I am very well aware of the fact that the labor laws of the country as they stand at present prohibit the employment of children. But the provisions of these laws apply only to major factories in which a large number of workers are employed. Therefore, it has become a common experience for anyone to see young boys working in all sorts of shops and minor workshops doing repair jobs. I have my own doubt whether they have any fixed working hours and are paid wages on regular basis. Apart from this, it seems that there are some industries in the small scale sector where the employers prefer to engage children for doing certain items of work. In those industries, wages for such work are paid on a piece rate basis. I am told that the studies made in this matter recently have brought out the fact that in many cases the parents themselves send their young children to work for the simple reason that whatever money the children may bring home will to a certain extent supplement the family income. But, sir, economic compulsion is not at all an excuse for denying a child in the school going age the opportunity for education. Therefore, I am of the view that we should no longer allow this sorry state of affairs to continue, especially in view of the fact that we have accepted compulsory education for all up to a certain stage. If it is not possible to abolish child labor altogether, we must see that the child workers get at least some sort of an education after their working hours are over. The responsibility in this regard should either directly or indirectly be placed on the employer. It should be made compulsory on the part of the employer either to arrange for evening classes for the child workers in his establishment or to pay the cost if such classes are organized by the government in any of the schools run by them. I hope and trust that the government will take my suggestion into active consideration. I now turn to the subject of women welfare and wish to draw the attention of the government to a very serious development that is taking place in our country. In these days of rapid growth of science and technology, medical science has advanced to such an extent that we can now ascertain the sex of a child even before it is born. Unfortunately, this has given room to the growth of a tendency on the part of more and more parents to get rid of an unborn child if it is known that it is a female child. Legally, they are well within their rights when they do so because as well as no, a law was passed some years ago permitting the termination of an unwanted pregnancy under proper medical attention. But we have to look at this as a special social problem. I am sure that the law which I mentioned just now was passed with the best intention that it would serve as a measure to enable people to have small families. Perhaps at the time when it was enacted, nobody would have thought that it would have such a consequence as we see at the present time. But if everyone takes advantage of this law and also the modern medical facilities and avoids giving birth to a female child, what will be the fate of the society? I would request the government to give serious thought to this problem. I request the government to take a serious view of this matter and take adequate steps to solve the problem. It will be a matter for great satisfaction if we are able to get rid of this issue. With these words, I conclude my speech and thank you once again for this opportunity.